You are now tuned into Musical Radio, and I'll be reviewing XOXO by Camila Cabello, and I'd like to say that it has been an experience to listen to. I think that it was one of those albums that could have been given more attention, but it wasn't. But nonetheless, this album felt authentic in its sound and songwriting. It's like Camila has found her sound and style through this project. Starting with I Love It with Playboy Cardi, I would say that this song sets the tone for the album with the sound and lyrics. I like the lyric Diamonds on the Chain with the V cuts. Camila is definitely embodying the it girl mindset from the start already. Chanel number 5 begins with this soothing melody that I can't figure out if it's a synth or piano, but I know it sounds distorted. She uses a lot of perfume themed similes like I love you, but not like daisies, and ritz, ritz, spritz, spritz, which sounds cool, and I'll definitely add this one to a Get Ready With Me playlist. The first song, To Her Friends Pink, starts out with this dark electric guitar, and she sings Please Don't Be Mistaken, I Can Think About You All the Time in the song's intro, and it also sounds kind of dark in a way. And if anything, Pink XOXO is more like the introduction to He Knows It, and the synth also gives the illusion that it's alluding to something bigger. He Knows with Lil Nas X is this fun bop about playing these mind games with the guy, and Camila is having fun with it. The delivery on the melody gives the song the diva flair, like yeah, she's the moment and she's doing what she wants because why not? And when she sings He's Wrapped Around My Pinky Finger, we see that she's in control. 20 Somethings is one of those coming of age songs, but this time she's reflecting more on relationship and kind of tying it back to her life experiences, and we see this when she says, when it comes to us, I don't know what I'm doing. And that line is the general consensus of life in any phase. Like, nobody really knows what they're doing because we go through each life experiences for the first time as it unfolds. Another way to relate to the song is through one's relationship with themselves. Dade County City Dreaming features JT and Young Miami. Having them on the song connects Camila's version to make the album more about Miami. This song is about the Miami city, but it's more on the fun side, as we can hear that Camila is proud to be from the city. Koshi XOXO is a fan dedication, and it's probably one of those reminders for Camila that remind her of why she does music. Hot Uptown sounds like Miami from the predictions I've seen on the TV, from reality shows, series, and movies. It seems to capture the essence of the city. Drake complements the sound. Camila is embodying the song as she is the prize, and she wants the subject to throw their weight around and show her what they are capable of. Ugly has Drake as the sense of the sound, and Camila supports parts of the song. I just wonder why she did that. Like, what was the thought process behind that? Side note, so I was watching the Apple Music interview with Say No, and Camila said that this part of Ugly was like the outro to Hot Uptown, but then they cut the audio up and then had Drake do it, and it really gives me a interlude type of vibe. Dream Girls is nostalgia from the beat down to the lyrics, and Camila is shouting out the women she's been around, and she's going down memory lane, but also she's glorifying women all the way with the braggadocious tone. 305 Till I Die has recorded voice memos that sound like they were taken a while back, and it's just more nostalgia and looking back in time. Both sounds like seeing your worth and removing yourself in spaces where you don't feel appreciated anymore. She calls this person, or rather she's calling herself, the best of all time, despite having to let go. This person couldn't be what she needed, or rather he might have shown his potential at some point, but he wasn't consistent with that over time. The melody and the piano and the synth together make this song a cool track to wind down to. One of my favorite songs off of the album is Pretty When I Cry. The instrumental is cool as ice as she talks about crying over this person and not wanting her. She's consoling herself and calling it their loss, but I also think that she's embracing this loss more than anything, and it makes this pop song quite a gem which should be analyzed and looked at from a certain perspective. June Gloom is about seeing an ex that she thought was over her since they moved on already. She then starts to talk about how she's better than the other girl, but then she says he seems better and why is that? This song is rooted in a lot of questions, but when the beat drops, it sounds like she's spiraling out of control in thoughts. Baby Pink is a summer pop and you just can't help but be happy when hearing it. Her voice sounds baby-like in this one though, and she seems to still be holding on to what should be her past. And it sounds like a reckless rekindling with the past, and she sings teasing my ex is my favorite hobby. And as her voice goes deeper in the baby tone, it gives me cartoon vibes. Im Champlin's verse complements the song so well, and as the song transitions into this sound that only sounds like Playboy Cardi to me, it gives the song a deeper bounce to it. Come Show Me has this percussion and guitar that I've seen in Mozambican music, and as I grew up I started hearing it in Latin American music when I got exposed to it at 15. In its lyrical content, Camila is seemingly just admiring herself and demanding to be impressed. Can Friends Kiss has this light tone to it with the xylophone. Camila is talking about someone's person and they're fooling around with one another as she asks, can friends kiss? And I don't like a new girl. There's also an element of sensuality, but it's playful enough to miss it. Godspeed is the song that I gravitated towards first because of its relatability. Camila knows she has to let go. She wishes Godspeed on the subject, and she needs this because it's not serving her anymore. There's a calm to the beat, but there's an instrument that I can't put my finger on and what it is, but with the synth, it sounds like Camila is in a tornado storm, like from X-Men. Only she has the power to stop it. When the beat drops down to the piano, it's like waking up from a bad dream and she's come back to her senses as she sings, I let you go and I feel more like me. I wish you well but far away from me. And finally, this feels like the end of an era. Music videos. The 11 music video starts off with a range of scenes, just switching from a guy with a crossbow, Camila eating cake, her having a spinach and her being faced with a wrestler, and her also being chased by dogs. The video just goes from one extreme to the next, but my favorite part is where she's chased by a dog. He Knows is themed baby blues in a concrete studio and there's a party. I was really intrigued by the choreography and how the moves were imitating the song. The plot then lies in Camila and Lil Nas X wanting the same guy in the yellow jacket. I like how their fight ends abruptly because the guy is bald, but also the kaleidoscope effect of the scenes as they switch gives it this trippy effect. The Godspeed music video starts with Camila in the ocean and she's looking right in the camera before we get a series of flashbacks, and she sings, I don't want to be at this party anymore. Analytically, the ocean, or rather water, could be that cleansing that she needs as she's parting from the subject, and as the sole character in these visuals, is a moment for her to start letting go. I like the blue dress that she has on because it makes her look like a mermaid and underwater, and the whole scene of her in the ocean as the sun rises. It's like a moment of sobering up and the final decision is made. The Chanel No. 5 music video starts with a close-up on Camila. It looks like one of those old makeup ads from the early 2010s. As we get the full picture, she's sitting in a chair in the middle of a room and the camera is picking up and taking shots of her, and she's wearing this black dancer outfit. I think parts of it was meant to be editorial, but it's made in a way that humanizes Camila. So she's a celebrity, but she's human. The snake and the chair dancing bring up this dark element that's playing on the eye in a way that conveys that mind games are being played just as she's playing with the subject's mind. As the video progresses through, I'm realizing that the scene with the blue and red top wasn't necessary, but other than that, it was a good video. In conclusion, this was my 2024 top 10 albums of the year. It's one of those albums that connected me back to pop music, and it elevates its status in this age of music. Thank you for watching. That is it from me, Music Girl, signing out.